Hey everybody, it's Becca here at Modavate Health and Lifestyle Coaching. Today I was just going to go over the blog post that I did a couple days ago. It's about making resolutions for the new year. I'm sure all of you are being bombarded with an obnoxious amount of posts, maybe in your Facebook news feeds or Instagram, probably even your email about, urging you to make a resolution for the new year because it is that time. Maybe things like get healthy for the year, be better, just crap like that. Honestly, I think it's kind of annoying when I get those things in my feed all the time or in my email. So yeah, here I am talking about it. I just want to take a different approach about it, and I think it might be interesting for you guys to see where I'm coming from with it. And the reason I'm doing this is because you all know what you need to change to make this year successful in one way or another. Maybe it's successful in your health, your wellness, maybe in your career or your finances or whatever other area of your life. You know what you need to do. You know what changes need to be made. So basically, my take on it is when you think about it from the standpoint of a resolution, you're coming from the standpoint that something is wrong, that there's a problem, that something needs fixed, and that just adds extra guilt, shame, and blame on top of everything else that you're already feeling about it. Because if you're, let's see, a common one is weight loss, and you know what you need to do, but when you're coming from the place of, oh, there's something wrong with me, why can't I make this happen? Then you're adding all that extra pressure on top of it. So it's actually, it's taking you backwards instead of forwards. And I'm not a fan of that, and I'm pretty sure you're probably not either. So why don't we start this year off feeling good about yourself? Let's start out on a positive foot. So let's start it by feeling good about your life rather than starting this new year, just feeling down and like, oh, how am I ever going to get there? So I want to offer you a reframe that's more aligned with my values here at Modavate Coaching. It's something that's a little unique and hopefully will set you up for a fantastic year. So what I like to say goodbye to resolutions and hello to life-fueling mantras. So what I mean by that is instead of saying, oh, I'm going to fix this, I'm going to fix that, create a mantra or an affirmation that leaves you feeling empowered and inspired to put that next foot forward. Because how many years have you made a New Year's resolution only to break it every chance you get, or every time you're faced with a challenge or faced with making that change, you shy away from it because you feel all that tension and like all this fear or these feelings of anxiety creep in because you're trying to do something new. Well, that's going to happen. You've never done something like this before. Maybe you've never actually made the change before. So you're going to have all those feelings of tension and anxiety because you've got to break through that little part of the game, essentially, to move on to the next level. Let's see. So yeah, when you start from a problem place, how are you supposed to move through it with positivity? Well, it's hard. Just thinking about it is honestly kind of exhausting, and you haven't even really started to take action on it yet. So I'd rather start from a solution place rather than a problem place. And one way I like to do this, start from a solutions place, is actually imagine that what I want, like my goals that I've set for the year, have already happened. Because if everything I want has already happened, then what did I do to get there? Like, what actions did I take? What beliefs did I hold to take myself to that next level? What did I believe to be true? What experience did I have? How did I feel about all of those things? So when I come from this place that it's already done, it's already happened, then I can kind of backtrack and see, oh, what kind of person do I have to be to show up like that, to go to that next level, instead of saying, oh, well, what do I need to fix about me right now? So something that helps me do that is, there's a couple things actually, taking small bite-sized steps. One of the paradigms we talk about in the Health Coach Institute is big issues require little changes, and little changes will take care of the big issues. Let me repeat that. Big issues require little changes, and little changes will take care of the big issues. So what does that mean? Well, if you try to do too much at once, or if you try to change everything all at one time, there's this part of your brain that freaks out. So let's use weight loss, for instance. So you're saying, I'm going to lose, 50 pounds by whatever day, or 20 or 30 pounds by whatever day. And then you try to, start working out all of a sudden. You start to eat healthier. You're making all of these lifestyle changes all at once. And all of that ends up stressing you out. So what happens when you start doing all of these things? You start to, like I said, you stress out. And then you shut down. Maybe you freak out, so you lash out. And then you just, say, screw it all. It doesn't matter. I can't ever freaking do it in the first place. Why did I even try to do this again? So you shut down. And you feel like your maybe sense of self, which is, it's necessary to survive on this physical plane, it's kind of annihilated. So we'll be learning how to take these small steps and do just the right amount of change so that you can integrate the steps for lasting change. And this is a case where more isn't more. Sometimes less is actually more, because big issues require little changes, and little changes will take care of the big issues. So baby steps. What I like to do is actually break down, I like to take 90-day goals and break them down into 30-day goals. And then I break those down even further into weekly goals. And then what can I do throughout the week to make sure I hit my weekly goal, my monthly goal. But let's see. Let's get back on track here. So where was I? Yeah, so let's make this year your most meaningful yet. Like, seriously, let's make it meaningful this year. No matter how this year has gone for you so far, I mean, you're 2 days in. It doesn't matter how it's went so far. It's still a fresh start. Find some mantras for yourself, or some affirmations that, like I said, that leave you feeling empowered and inspired. Something could be, like, an example would be, I am content, or I am whole, or I love life, or anything is possible. Everything I touch is a success. I am healing. I am ready. Basically, an I am statement. Those are always powerful. And they mean something to you, because you actually have to take the time to create one. So my mantra for the year is, I am capable, I am bold, and I am relentless, because I am going to bust my ass to make everything happen the way I plan for it to, and to make all my goals come true and be my reality. So I'm curious, what is your mantra for the year going to be? What are your goals for the year? Like, what kinds of things do you want to accomplish? And how are you breaking those down into smaller, manageable actions? So leave a comment below and let me know, because I really am interested in, we can, the more support and accountability you have around those things, the more likely they are to happen. So go ahead, leave a comment below. Let me know what your goals and your mantra is for the year. And yeah, I'm interested. The last thing is, if you know what your goals are, and you do know that you're that kind of person that needs extra support and accountability around those, like maybe, your health or wellness, if you're trying to lose weight, if you're trying to do some sort of lifestyle change, then schedule a complimentary session with me. These sessions usually take about an hour. It's totally free, no strings attached. If you are interested in that, I'll post a link below. Basically, you schedule the day and time that you want to do it. There's a few questions you have to answer as you're signing up, and the purpose of that is, I want to know what you're wanting to talk about before we jump on the phone. That way we're not wasting any time, beating around the bush. Like, what are you wanting to talk about? That way we're not wasting each other's time. And at the scheduled time of our consult, we'll talk and we'll go over it. Hopefully leave you with some strategies that you can use to, get the ball rolling and start taking those steps forward. And then if you're interested in working further with me or going further with me, then we can talk about what that looks like. But I'll only offer that to you if it feels right for both of us. So like I said, no strings attached. If that's something you're interested in, then I will drop a link in the comments below. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I hope you all had a happy New Year's and a Merry Christmas. Thanks, guys.